Now back to Talking Tunes.
Talking Tunes. I'm Oscar Osbo, and we're talking with Rick Hickman and Jon Russell.
Wasn't Cool in the Gang? I get them mixed up with Earth, Wind, and Fire and stuff like that, just because I think it's one of them. Remember, they had like 45 trumpets, and only two guys were playing it, and the rest of them were dancing with the trumpets. It's like, hey, Leroy, we'll pay you $50 if you just stand up here and just dance with the trumpet.
That would be Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah.
It's like they had the biggest band and 3 guys playing.
They had 10 million selling records, and when their checks came, it was like $48.62. There were just too many people to spread that around.
Yeah.
That's why in fact, we interviewed somebody. They were a group of 4 people, and somebody decided to leave, and they said, well, let's just keep it the 3 of us, and then the checks will go farther.
Yeah.
And that's what they did.
Well, There was a story that you guys, I think it was you guys that shared too, where the guy would, it was Randy Bachman. I think he shared the story where he talked about.
We're easily confused.
Yeah, Randy Bachman, when you guys interviewed Randy Bachman, he said that he would try to go to these different places when they had to, when they weren't in Canada, they go to these different places and they barely had any money between them to get, gas to even get to these places to perform. Because they never made enough money to, with the band and everything. So
I asked him. I said, "Why did you?" It took them a long time to get to the United States. I mean, they were around Canada, and he said, "Well, the problem was," he says, "if we went to L.A. to play, all the money we would get for the gig was all tied up in our travel to get there."
Right. Yeah.
So he said it would be like it wouldn't be worth going. So he said they had to wait till they got a few hits together to do all of that. The one thing he told me, I don't think it ever made any of the recordings, because it might have been just when we were just talking. He was talking about how they get paid. He says, you're writing and you put out an album and all this type of stuff, and you don't get that first check for like maybe a year. And then he says, all of a sudden though, he says, so you're starving. Like you put your first album out and you're still starving. But he said, all of a sudden, when the floodgates open, he says, man, it's like, now, he said, like, I'll go to the mailbox, and I said, man, I'm getting a hefty check for, whatever this is, like years later. I mean, these guys are able to live, off these songs.
Royalties,
forever. I mean, they still get like royalty checks on them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if they wrote the stuff, they get the royalties. But remember that there was that movie that came out, too, that was talking about where the guy just had a Christmas tune his uncle had written or something, and he kept getting the royalty checks. He was rich because he kept getting royalty checks every Christmas.
Yeah.
But now, I got another one here I want to mention. 5-Man Electrical Band. You remember them?
Yeah, that's Signs everywhere. Wasn't it called Signs?
Yeah, that was the one.
5-Man Electrical Band.
Yeah, 5-Man Electrical Band. Yeah. And they also
were
did
a
song called
wonder, right?
Well, they had a song called Werewolf, but you never heard that one?
No, I never heard
you can get it on KTEL, vinyl, or volume 1.
Got paid
Superstar Greatest Hits, Original Stars. Yeah, it's on KTEL. Original Stars. That's
always original song though, we found.
Yeah, right. Well, Stories, you remember that one? That was their one-hit wonder, the Brother Louie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Louie. Yeah. And what was the other one? There was another one here that I saw. Oh, Albert Hammond. You remember him?
Yeah, it never rains in California.
Right? Yeah. That was.
But he actually had a song called "I'm a Train." Remember we'd play that, Rick, on Saturdays?
People love that song.
Yeah. I'm a train, I'm a chicken train. Yeah. He actually was a guy, Oscar and Rick, that wrote a ton of songs for I mean, he had a lot. He was another one that we talk about, like, oh, wow, like Jerry Jeff Walker. Oh, he wrote that. And I mean, he was that kind of a guy. Like you'd be really surprised if you actually looked him up and found out how many songs he was associated with. Not that he actually sung himself, but that he wrote for other people.
Well, there's a lot of them. Yeah. What was that? What the oh, now I'm going blank again. Oh, that's all right. Anyway, Silver Connection, you remember them? Or Silver Convention, rather.
Almost.
Silver Convention, yeah. Get up and boogie. Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
You didn't have to work hard during the disco era to remember lyrics either.
No.
Yeah.
What haven't we put Boogie in today? Let's see here.
Yeah, that's right.
Now this is
Peanut Butter and Boogie. Okay, let's do that one.
You know,
Yeah,
we
that's
always
not a bad
denigrate
tune. I
these
like that.
one-hit wonder groups, but how much would you give to be the songwriter that had just one hit?
right.
Anything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because I mean, the royalties, like I say, you could probably live off that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
The one song that always made me want to shoot myself when it came on the radio, Morris Albert.
Feelings?
All by myself.
Yeah, Feelings.
Or
yeah.
Feelings.
Feelings. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. That made me.
Yeah.
That one
right.
and Reunited by Peaches
That
and
was
Herb.
such a monster hit, but
I
you
know.
don't hear that anywhere anymore.
No. Yeah, same with You Light Up My Life. Remember that? How big
Oh,
that one
Debbie
was.
Boone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother of Man.
Yeah.
I'm testing you guys.
It was a British group, wasn't it? And I think they won something like the Eurovision contest.
His 1976. This song came out.
What's the song called?
That's what I was testing you guys here. I'm
Okay,
doing
I don't
trivia.
know, but Rick acted like he knew who these guys were. Do you remember?
Yeah,
Rick?
it seemed like it was some kind of world peace song or something like that. That like
No,
a United
no.
We Stand. Or
Well, that might have been. They might have did that one too. I don't know, but Save Your Kisses for Me.
Kisses for me.
Yeah,
Save your kisses. Wow.
Roxy Music, easy one.
You tell, Rick and I will just sing these songs.
Okay, yeah. Roxy Music.
Kato.
Roxy Music.
Oh yeah, I love Roxy.
Yeah.
Brian Ferry, the old art teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Written by Ferry. What's the name of the song on this one?
Oh,
Roxy
what
Music.
were their big hits? I remember he had Avalon on his own. I loved that song. It wasn't necessarily a big hit, but I loved it. What was Roxy Music's big song? You remember, Rick?
Love is the Drug.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one.
Probably their biggest.
Yeah, that's K-Tel right there. Love is a Drug. Okay. Henry Gross.
Oh, hang on. Shannon,
Shannon.
right?
Yeah.
You know, I got
Yeah.
a story in that song if you
Go
want to
ahead.
hear it.
No, I do. Go. I do, man. I really do.
I do.
Please. Please share.
Shannon is actually, it was, if you listen to that song, singing background on that is a guy named Carl Wilson, one of the Beach Boys.
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right.
And Shannon was his dog. And what had happened was he was talking to, who is this? I wrote it. We were just talking about him. Forgot.
Peanut
That's how
butter?
quickly I forget.
What?
Huh?
Peanut butter? What are you talking
No,
about?
no. Who's the guy that wrote Shannon?
Oh.
Henry Gross.
There you go.
Gross
Yeah,
did.
they were good friends, and he was talking about his dog. That they took it down. They'd always take it down, he'd throw frisbees and stuff, and all of a sudden they turned their back and the dog went away. So they told their kid, Brian, or not Brian, but Carl, told the kid, because the kids are heartbroken, the dog is gone. He says, well, maybe you'll find an island out there and all that stuff. So all of a sudden Henry said, well, why don't we put that? That sounds like a song. And Carl said, you got to be nuts. He said, no, I think we could do something with it. And the end turns out to be like his one-hit wonder.
Yeah, 1976.
Yeah, that was huge. People love that song.
Oh yeah, I still like that song, but I can't hit those high notes. So now the high notes, is that the Beach Boys singing the high notes?
That's probably Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Carl helped him with it.
Now I saw that. I don't know if that was one documentary that I did watch about Brian Wilson. That was sad. Just the sad life that guy had. I mean,
well, yeah. And then and it even goes on now with he can't even, I guess, officially be a Beach Boy anymore. Right. Mike Love's got the name. It's like, how crazy is that?
Yeah, Mike Love.
It's like John Fogerty can't be CCR.
Right.
So.
But Mike Love, I didn't realize how big of a prick he was, because he was not a nice guy. I mean, considering that Brian came up with all these good, great songs and anyway.
Yeah. If you want to YouTube something on Mike Love, it's his introduction speech. No, they went into the Hall of Fame, and he gets the microphone and he starts ragging on like the Rolling Stones.
Yeah. For
some reason. And it's like he goes on like we were a far better talent than they were, and I'm thinking, why would you even go there? I mean, why? But that's kind of the way he.
Yeah, kind of the way he
really
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, here's a good one for you. Andrea, True Connection.
More.
Oh, that was a quick one. That was good.
We used to hear that a lot, didn't we, Rick? More.
Now this one I don't remember as well as, of course, quite a few of their other hits. But Rufus featuring Chaka Khan. This one was Sweet Thing, and I don't remember that one as much as, of course, Tell Me Something
more
Good.
ballady
and,
for her.
Yeah, Tell Me Something Good, and of course when she
Tell Me Something Good,
and then she did Feel for Me. No, Feel.
No,
the Prince. It was a Prince tune. Prince wrote it. I know that.
Yeah, I feel. Boy, what is it?
I feel for you. Yeah,
I feel for you.
I feel for you. Yeah, but Prince wrote that song, and the funny thing about it was that he wrote that song, and Stevie Wonder played his harmonica in it, and Stevie Wonder wrote "Tell Me Something Good," and you know. So, I don't think Prince played harmonica in that one though. But anyway.
Chaka Khan, let me rock it, Chaka Khan. Let me rock it, that's all I wanna do. Chaka Khan, let me rock it, Chaka Khan. Let me rock it, cause I feel for you. Chaka Khan, what you tell me what you wanna do? Do you feel for me the way I feel for you? Chaka Khan, let me tell you what I wanna do. I wanna love you, wanna hug you, wanna squeeze you too. And let me take you in my arms, let me feel you with my charm, Chaka. Cause you know that I'm the one to keep you warm, Chaka. I make it more than just a physical dream. I wanna rock you, Chaka, baby, cause you make me wanna scream. Let me rock it, rock it.
California, Mexico.
Thanks for joining us for Talkin' Tunes. Join us again next Saturday. West Michigan, we love you. Until next week, I'm the once again employed Bambi Dickens saying, I like you. I really, really like you.
TAL. L because we like you. KTU. You are special. NES. S is for see you next week. You ain't got no kind of feeling inside. I got something that sure enough set your stuff on fire. You refuse to put anything before your pride. What I got will knock your pride aside. Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me, yeah. Tell me something good. Tell me that you like it, yeah. Got no time is what you're known to say. I make you wish there was 48 hours to each day. Your problem is you ain't been loved like you should. What I got to give will sure enough do you good. Woo! Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me, yeah. Tell me something good. Tell me that you like it, yeah. Tell me something good. Oh, baby, 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 yeah. Tell me that you like it, yeah. You got tell me something good. Oh, tell me, baby, tell me that you love me, yeah, 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 yeah. Tell me something good. Oh, tell me that you like it, yeah, yeah. Don't you like it? Now back to Talkin' Tunes.
Talking Tunes. I'm Oscar Osbo, and we're talking with Rick Hickman and Jon
The best
Russell.
part of school was when you walked into your class in grade school and the projector was sitting there.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, we're going to have a half hour off until the film bursts
Yeah.
into flames halfway through.
I remember.
And how about
Sixth
the
grade.
narrator?
Sixth grade. Now, sixth grade, they showed us a movie, and we were all excited. Sixth grade, and it was about Alaska, and there was a scene in there where they go in their igloo, and the woman undresses, and she, you see boobs, and sixth grade. We all went nuts. It's
Wow.
like,
Mount
I don't think the
Clemens has a
teacher.
progressive
I know you
school
got that
district.
right. And we all the guys are like, whoa, yeah,
Wow, I should have gone there.
But, I don't think the teacher had viewed it beforehand. But anyway, she turned it off and she gave us a little lecture about being adults. And it's like, I'm sixth grade, man. I'm not an adult here. I'm just a kid. But anyway, yeah, it was
One day,
that was one
Oscar
film that
asked
I
the
really
teacher,
loved.
He said, "Is this a B film?" She said, "Oh, I think it's more of a C." But
And then you
Yeah.
have the narrator say, and here is the tufted, double-breasted robin.
Barn swallow.
you get the thing flipping up and forth.
No, he said something like, and look at the tush on her.
Yeah.
you know, John and I always talk about these IT computer whizzes that everybody has in their company. And it's the revenge of the nerds, the cool guy, the radio guy, you're up there, but now you need help with your computer. And they're like, the tide has turned, hasn't it now, Mr. Personality, Mr. Best Dressed. Well, you know, the equivalent of that when we were in grade school would have been the audio-visual guys.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The film's on fire, go get the AV guy.
Yeah.
They were special.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be an AV guy, and they never let me, though. I don't know why. Must have been something in my personality. I don't know what it was.
Is that because you were already a milk monitor?
I did get to deliver the milk before, yeah, a few times.
I did that. I didn't mind that one because it got me out of class for at least 15
Yeah.
minutes.
They would never let me be a safety guard either. I never could figure that one out, but yeah.
Oh, I was a
I
lieutenant.
did that.
I know John was too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah,
figured
we were
any
lieutenants.
wrestler that didn't get touched was probably good to be a safety guard.
We were social climbers.
Yeah, we worked our way up.
John will tell you that
but
even
you weren't-
before that,
But you weren't bather bullets, so I'm sorry. You know, I only can handle that title. Sorry.
Right.
we were the Barney Fife Safety Patrol. We all got our one bullet.
Oh yeah.
Got
You
to wear a
know.
badge. We'd go up to the girls and go, look, a badge. Does that turn you on? But John can remember even before that when we were younger, the best part about going to school was getting your polio sugar cube.
Ooh,
Oh,
man,
yeah,
I get lined
yeah.
3 times for that. Yeah. Yeah,
know,
it was
you
a
guys
sugar
were-
cube with the medication on it. Man, that was like the best. What was it? What did they call it? Vaccination? Or well, it wasn't really a vaccination. I don't know what they called it. The booster or whatever the hell it was.
You're like, this is medicine, right? Come on.
Yeah.
You're making that up.
You start singing just a spoonful of sugar. Anyway,
Yeah. Hey, Ricky, I'll take yours too. All right. Hey,
I need another booster, man. Give me another booster. I really need it, man. I'm feeling it. I need another one. You know, you're talking about Barney Fife, and I was talking with Sweet Lou. I don't know if you guys remember Sweet Lou Mitchell from Sunny FM and MUS. Anyway,
oh, yeah.
yeah, he was telling me because he's lived in Montague most of his life, and he was telling me that the cops there only had one bullet, just like Barney Fife. They only
Must have been budget
carried
cuts.
one bullet. Yeah. And they carried the bullet. They didn't put it in their gun. They just carried it. So it's like, okay.
They just threw it at the guy.
Yeah.
Kind of like the arch villain.
Stop
that
or I'll
throws the
throw my
empty gun
bullet.
at Superman.
I said, I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't pick on him, though, since I still live in the area. But, you know, still, I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know if they still do or not, but hopefully they got more than one bullet. But
That
Well,
was
yeah.
the original defund the police campaign.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
you get one bullet. Yeah.
you only get one bullet, and you got to carry it. Carry it in your wallet like a condom.
Yeah, and it goes off in your holster by mistake. Oh man, no, I'm unarmed.
I wonder if we went back to a grade school now, how much stuff we wouldn't recognize. Obviously, they have a lot of technology, but if you did it in reverse, put kids in a school we went to where you would smell that wonderful mimeograph machine when you walked by the principal's office.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, take me away. Oh, it was as good as smelling magic markers.
Oh, yeah. That's what it kind of smelled like, a magic marker a little bit. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good
One thing it
stuff.
seems that they're missing is education. I think is. I think they've taken that out of school right now by the sounds of it.
Well, like I say, what I remember about my school, though, Mount Clemens High, was that it had 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. It had a planetarium. It had all kinds of different shop classes like electronics and regular shop.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it was an amazing school, and I was like, I thought, why am I here at this school? You know, I used to skip school, and I'm thinking, boy, what an idiot I was. I mean, it had all that, especially the planetarium. I love looking at stars. I'm a
Wait a
stargazer.
second. Hey, John, does this make any sense to you? Oscar skipped class on a day where they might have shown boobs on film.
No, that was 6th grade. I didn't skip class in 6th
Wow.
grade.
Well, I was like, why would you take a chance on missing that?
Anyway, yeah, well, it was pretty amazing school, though. I mean, but I was talking about that with an old schoolmate, and talking about how great the school was and everything. But the little schools here. I mean, most of my kids graduated from Whitehall School, and it's not a huge school, but it's a good school. They did well.
Right.
They're doing well for themselves. So
Yeah, most schools don't have swimming pools anymore.
no.
They're rare.
They definitely don't have planetariums. So they,
No.
yeah.
No.
They can't spell planetarium.
Yeah, well, I can't either, but I knew what it was. So.
Oh, yeah, man.
But hey, being a bather bullet, man, you got all those luxuries, And
You know why? They said, well, we've hung that name on it.
Yeah,
Let's give them lots of good stuff.
you would think they would have changed it by now, though, because
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I talked to one of my friends over there that said that they still have some little mineral baths somewhere, but I don't.
Yeah.
Still, come on, bather bullets.
It's
Give me
probably
a break
not
here.
a place that a family would go.
Hey, let's go see the home of the bather bullets. I heard
Right.
Uncle Cracker used to go there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. My brother was in the first class at Steele High School, and they had a pool, but they didn't have any water in it. And I said, man, diving class must have been rough, I'll tell you that.
Laps took a lot longer.
Well, speaking of diving, remember the well, you probably don't remember the suits they used to make us wear back then were those little
Speedos?
Those Speedos, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are you
So-
kidding?
Oh no.
Ours were like out of the 1880s. They went halfway down to our knees, and once they filled up with water, they were about 45 pounds.
Yeah.
Couldn't even keep them on.
Yeah, back in '76, man, I had the red, white, and blue Speedo. I was looking good,
Wow,
man. Looking
man.
good.
Holy cow. had the built-in lump in them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, mine was in the wrong spot, though.
Unfortunately, it was in the rear of the...
Yeah, right. It's in the wrong spot. Yeah, it's like, oh,
Wasn't that an
Oops, excuse
homage
me.
to Mark Spitz?
yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about him. Yeah.
I know he was a heartthrob for me, man.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like,
It really was an unfortunate name.
yeah, Mark Spitz.
He looked like a porn star anyhow. He had that mustache.
Mustache,
Exactly.
yeah. He
Yeah.
was doing the Burt Reynolds thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Dreamer, you know you are a dreamer. Well, can you put your hands in your head? Oh no, I said dreamer, you're nothing but a dreamer. Well, can you put your hands in your head? Oh no, I said far. What a day, a year, a life it is. You know, well you know you had it coming to you. Now there's not a lot I can do. Dreamer, you stupid little dreamer. So now you put your head in your hands, oh no. Whoa. I said far out. What a day, a year, a life it is. You know, well you know you had it coming to you. Now there's not a lot I can do. Work it out someday. If I could see something, you can see anything you want, boy. If I could be someone, you can be anyone, celebrate, boy. Well, if I could do something, you can do something. If I could do anything, can you do something out of this world? Take a dream on a Sunday. Take
Now back to Talking Tunes.
Talking Tunes. I'm Oscar Osbo, and we're talking with Rick Hickman and Jon Russell.
The K-Tel commercial. Well, it was not so much the K-Tel, but it was
Ronco. The amazing Ronco.
Yeah, there you go. You got, yes. Or then weren't they connected with the Popio Pocket Instamatic or the Pocket
Fisherman? Yeah.
Did you ever try to fish with a Pocket Fisherman?
The Ginsu, it slices, it dices. Yeah.
A pocket fisherman. I mean, my gosh, if you catch anything above a minnow, it'd snap your pole.
That's right. Or your wrist, one of the two.
See, I used to use that as an excuse. I'd be about 14. My mom would catch me. She'd say, "What are you doing?" And I'd say, "I'm playing with the pocket fisherman."
Oh, yeah. Playing a little pocket pool. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those commercials were great. They were omnipresent. They were on every TV station.
Yeah.
They ran at always the late hours where they got the cheap rates.
Yep. But wait, there's more.
Yeah, but that's why I was wondering about K-Tel, if it was like run by Roulette Records, because, you know, it's kind of a way to, you know, laundry the money, I would think, in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't exactly a high-class operation.
No. 20 songs on one side. Okay, yeah, you're going to get fine quality there, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Biff, you've just won a contract for a recording contract. Really? With who? With K-Tel Records.
Yeah. Well, it's just like the guy you interviewed, I can't... his name slips my mind right now, but the guy that was the Archies, you guys know.
Oh, Ron Dante.
Yeah, Ron Dante. That was a great interview, by the way. Yeah, he was part of Roulette Records too, and didn't get any money, he said. So yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was. Like I said, when we were thinking about doing him an opportunity. Thinking about recording him, we were wondering, what's this? You know, he did the Archies. We were hoping he's going to be deeper than that. Then we find out he's, did all these commercials and worked with Barry Manilow, and the whole thing took on a life of its own. So it really,
it was a good interview.
That was a surprising interview. Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that one, and your Jerry Mathers one too. Great interview with the Beaver. That was a good one.
Have you played that one yet?
Well, when we're talking here, when this one goes on, we played it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, that's fine.
I blew that one.
No, you should pay more attention.
I think people realize that we pre-record. I mean, we were talking. I was talking to Ranger Bob last week, and it was about the football games, and we were talking about it. And I'm thinking, well, these things have passed like 2 weeks ago, but oh well. Are the Lions even playing anymore? No, but anyway, But anyway, I was just bringing the K-Tel up because there's so many songs on there. That there was one song on there that I talked about last week that I heard on the K-Tel album was from Jerry Jeff Walker. Now, do you guys know anything about Jerry Jeff Walker?
I knew he was a more or less a country act, and really kind of he was one of those guys that was, you were really you were into him, but he wasn't necessarily a big commercial.
Right.
He didn't really sell a lot of hits, but he wrote a ton of songs that you wouldn't have thought that he wrote, that type of, like Mr. Bojangles.
Right.
That type of stuff.
Getting by, and he sang on stuff like Up Against the Wall, Redneck Mother, and the tune that's on PBS for the Austin City Limits, London Homesick Blues. He sang on that one. I mean, so he did a lot of different stuff, and the one thing that on the K-Tel was L.A. Freeway, which was a song that was written by Guy Clark, but he sang it, and it was like one of his first hits, and that's when he lived in L.A. He was originally from there. He moved to Texas, Lutenbach, and he just loved it there, so he stayed there. But But anyway, the reason I was getting to that is just because K-Tel Records was kind of cool because you found some certain things like Gunner Hill and that kind of stuff, just odd stuff.
Back when my hair was short, right?
Yeah, odd stuff that you didn't really hear on the radio much, So
right,
and that was kind of my favorite stuff was the odd stuff. Go figure. But yeah, I like the odd stuff.
I think I heard Welfare Cadillac on a K-Tel. Remember that song?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I can't tell you who sang it, but
Yeah, I've got that one.
Do
I've
ya?
got it on a KTEL album. Yeah.
yeah.
And then the old Convoy. Remember that one?
C.W. McCall.
C.W. McCall. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was one that was different on KTEL than his actual hit. That was one I was disappointed. I'd heard it, and it wasn't quite the same. I mean, it was like a subtle difference, but it was a different.
In that version, he was riding in a golf cart. Just not the same.
It's not the same.
Right.
Maureen McGovern. You remember that one, right?
Sure.
Morning After. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was from Poseidon Adventure, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
There's got to be a morning after.
Yeah, and of course, they always had plenty of Donny Osmond on these KTEL archives.
They still do. I watched an infomercial last night for the 70s, and it was Donny.
Oh yeah,
who was the host of the infomercial.
Oh yeah, that fits pretty good. Now Lobo, you guys remember Lobo?
Canadian.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
I want you to want me.
Now, have you heard of this group, Blue Mink?
No.
Boy,
yeah.
No.
They sang a song called Randy. It's actually not a bad song. Like I was telling you, Gun Hill, but Gary Glitter, you guys know who that is, of course.
Oh, yeah, sure, Rock and Roll Part 1 and 2, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, just oddball stuff that, most people would say, I don't want to hear that stuff, but I kind of like it, so.
It was like discovering a great song on the B-side of a 45 that you bought. It was just gold.
Yeah,
right.
And speaking of that, I just received probably a couple hundred 45s from one of the old radio stations, and they've only been played once because they played them to put on a reel-to-reel, and then they transferred.
Oh man! So they're like mint condition.
Oh, yeah,
huh?
Yeah. So it's like I'm discovering stuff, and they're like radio things, So. For instance, there's one that one side is the Rockford Files by Mike Post or something like that.
Yeah.
And the flip side is the Love Boat by Jack Jones.
Jack Jones.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Stuff like that guy made $1 zillion on that song because Love Boat was on for 8 years or something like that.
Yeah, man, there you go.
So it's like I'm just in heaven finding that kind of stuff. I just enjoy that kind of thing. So
there's nothing better than discovering something you'd forgotten about.
Oh yeah. Now, just like that one tune I put.
Viagra did that for me.
Yeah, I know.
I was going to say, at our age, we do that quite regularly now.
John had that happen when he lost weight.
Yeah. Side effects may be.
Hello, it's me.
Tiny Tim.
It's too bad most of this has to be deleted. It's really a shame.
This is public radio, man. You can do stuff. Anyway, the one thing about KTEL, though, one thing they did love was KC and the Sunshine Band. Boy, I tell you, there's a lot of KC on there. Remember Rock Your Baby? That was another one you hear a lot of on KTEL.
Baby. Yeah.
George McCree.
KC and the Sunshine
George
Band.
somebody.
George McCree.
Oh, yeah. Casey and the Sunshine Band, you didn't really have to waste your time. I mean, one song sounded like the other one.
Yeah,
didn't
pretty
it?
much, yeah. I remember being in the discotheque when I was in Florida the one time and listening to Casey and the Sunshine Band and thinking I could dance. It was pretty bad, but anyway. And then I couldn't figure out why no girl wanted to dance with me. But anyway, it's another story. Now, I mentioned this one to John once before. He didn't remember it. Did you boogie with your baby? And it was by the Flash Cadillac was the name of the band. 76.
Oh, yeah, Flash Cadillac and something.
Yeah, Flash Cadillac
a long
and
name.
the Continental Kids.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, and that was one that was with Wolfman Jack was in there doing a little bit of stuff.
He did a few of those where he get his voice in. I know Clap for the Wolfman
and Guess Who, yeah.
Don't call us, we'll call you, right? He was on that one too, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Sugarloaf.
Yeah.
Was he on that song?
There you go.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that, but anyway, this was one that I used to play all the time. I loved it. Cool and the Gang, Jungle Boogie. That was a great tune.
Oh, yeah. Boy, the song's on that one, huh?
And then
Say, hey, Jimmy, if you just go, that's going to pump that up to a number 2 for us.
yeah, well, cool. They also did like Hollywood Swingin', and that was kind of like one of the, before the guy was his name, J.P. Morgan or whatever the guy's name was. I can't even remember the lead singer that came into Casey and the Sun or Kool and the Gang later.
Yeah.
I mean, before when they started having the hits like
Was that
Celebration
Robert Papa
and
Cool, something like that?
I don't remember. I forget his name. I remember when they were at the summer celebration, they introduced him and Kool and the Gang. So
Get down, 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 get down.
Feel the funk, y'all. Let it flow. I'm talking about the jungle. Get down, get down with the beat. Say, get down, say, get down, say, get down, say, till you feel it, y'all. Get down, y'all. Get down, get up, y'all. With the get down.
Now back to Talkin' Tunes.
Talking Tunes, I'm Oscar Osbo, and we're talking with Rick Hickman and Jon Russell. Okay, here's a question. If you were Burt Reynolds, what would you do?
Speaking of Burt Reynolds, so if you had a chance, I mean, there were periods in our life
Yes, I would.
when there were real men. But if you could have had the persona that would have charmed the ladies back then, who would you pick? Somebody like him?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, mine would not have been Mark Spitz.
No. You know, Burt would have been, for the longest time, my guy that I always wanted to look at, that I just thought was just cool looking, was Robert Redford.
Yeah, I did too.
I mean, I just thought, he kind of, just that cool look, the feathered hair, and women just melt. And I thought, man, if I could look like anybody, I think I might.
Yeah, but look at him now.
Probably be
Look at him
somebody
now,
like
though. Look at him now. He looks like he's ready to die.
He looks like me now. So I finally I got my wish.
Actually, he was just interviewed, and he says, "Boy, if I could look like Jon Russell, that would be my dream." So that's
that would be a dream. Yeah, especially
if you could be somebody that the ladies liked, that the guys thought was cool, like a Burt Reynolds, that would be the ultimate.
Now, see, I always thought Clint Eastwood was the coolest guy ever. I mean, Clint Eastwood
there you
movies,
go.
the old
Steve
Dirty
McQueen.
Harry, man. Yeah.
Yeah. He never had to waste any time figuring out what his lines. So he never said anything in those movies, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like John Wayne. He played John Wayne in everything. So.
Yeah.
But
wasn't that the case back then?
Yeah.
I mean, like
Jimmy Stewart.
John Wayne. Jimmy Stewart was Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
They just
Gary Cooper.
Yeah. Just a person that seemed to be likable with the audience, and that they just kind of kept the same thing.
Henry Fonda. He was always Henry Fonda.
Oh, yeah.
Every once in a while he was Jane Fonda, but that's another story.
Now, the other thing you were saying, Steve McQueen. Now, the first Steve McQueen. Speaking of boobs again, the first movie I saw that was R-rated that my mother took me to was one with Steve McQueen in it, and it was called Vanishing Point or Vanishing something. Anyway, but he comes driving up on a motorcycle, and there's a woman behind on the motorcycle with no top on. And
there's a childhood theme going on here.
That's a very embarrassing moment when you're with your mother when you see this. It's like, what do you
remember that? You touched on something. I remember sitting in the living room. Parents are on both sides of the couch. You're in the middle, and one of those sexy romantic scenes come on. You're like, I got to go get some popcorn.
Yeah.
And they felt the same way because they didn't want to watch that in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
But you all wanted to see the woman without the top on.
Yeah, well, I'll give you an example as far as what was the name of that movie where, I can't remember the name of the movie, which is kind of going to blow the whole thing. But it had to do with food.
Well, it's worth it then.
Yeah, had to do with food. The tacos. Anyway, it was a funny movie, and I watched it with one of my kids, and it was very embarrassing, even though it was food. But it was an animated thing. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, somebody else probably knows what I'm talking about. But
not Sausage Party.
Yeah, Sausage Party. I was watching that with one of my kids, and it's like, what the hell?
Sausage Party.
I mean, I should have known from the name pretty much that I don't want to watch this with my kids. But it was an adult. No, it was an adult kid, but still, it still was very uncomfortable. So
yeah. Oscar, you mentioned Steve McQueen, but he and James Gardner, whenever they would act in a movie or television show, they did their own stunts, their own stunt driving, and so they would actually drive better than the stunt drivers would. So they would just and the directors loved it because you didn't have to worry about the camera angles and all that stuff. You didn't have a double in there. You actually had them doing it. But those were two guys that actually did their own stunt driving.
Okay. The one thing I loved about Steve McQueen is that he was married to Ally McGraw. But other than that,
Oh yeah.
If you get a chance to watch the documentary on his life, it's fascinating.
Oh, okay. All right.
He had a horrific childhood.
Everybody goes silent.
It was so bad, Oscar, that when Steve McQueen would go to school, they never showed boobs on film.
Oh,
it was horrible.
That was horrible. I mean, that was my whole sixth grade life. Well, it was after that. It was like, man, I'm going to check this stuff out, man. I'm going to start sleeping with girls in igloos because they take their clothes off. Well, the worst thing was that the guy took his clothes off too, so the girls got a little thrill themselves. So
Oh, gee.
And a very little thrill. Just put it that way. Yeah. So.
I'm 63 and I'm not allowed to watch those movies still.
That was really a shocker, though. I remember the sixth grade. Never forget that. But it was the teacher we had too was a brand new teacher. Was her first year teaching. I think she was more embarrassed than we were. But anyway.
Did you ever have that? I mean, I had that in elementary school a lot. We'd get these teachers right out of college, and they would just you'd fall in love. I fell in love with all of my teachers except for this lady that was like 74 years old. Eventually, I got up
you
to
kind
her.
of liked her skirt. She had a nice tush. You knew it.
yeah. But we did.
Shake
we
it, don't break
girls
it.
out of college, and I look back at it now, and we were like the dog that's chasing the car. Like even if they would like you, what would you? I mean, well,
what would you do?
I guess we'll have some candy.
Hey, why don't you come to my house and we'll show that movie again? Hey. Yeah, I was madly in love with my 6th grade teacher. I remember that, especially after that movie. But anyway, her husband was a cop, so I was like, nah, I better not mess with that stuff. So
no,
not that it would have mattered anyway. But anyway, yeah, I remember asking her, hey, do you like my hair down like this or up? What do you think? Yeah, I was pretty nerdy back in 6th grade. But anyway.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. But things got worse after that. But anyway, I was going to ask you guys. There's a radio owner. He used to own a radio station, and he used to get a lot of commercials from the KTEL records, and they used to send him, all these KTEL records for free. And you guys know that, of course, Roulette Records was one of the ones that backed the KTEL records and all that kind of stuff. Right. So I told him, I said, well, then you were kind of taking money from the mob. And he said, yeah, it was good money, too. But wasn't that kind of the thing? I mean, Roulette Records was kind of owned KTEL, didn't they? Or part of it or something?
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah,
well, it was in the book. I remember in the book they said, Tommy James was not happy because Roulette Records was giving away his songs to put on KTEL. And,
really? I wonder if they cut a deal with because I didn't know. I mean, I'm not saying I guess I must have forgot that part of the book, but I know the Roulette was like I said. The funny story of that is the fact that it's a way for the mob to launder their money, and all of a sudden they get this kid, Tommy James, who actually gets some hits, and they say, holy crap, we got to actually run a record company now.
Yeah, because some of their other ones, I mean, like the Playmates, Beep Beep. I mean, come on, that was.
Oh yeah.
Was like,
not much going on there.
No.
Yeah, KTEL. Yeah, those were. The thing I get with the KTEL is every once in a while, and you have a lot of them, Oscar. Did you find that you have like their remakes? In other words, you think that you're getting, you think you're getting the original hit from 1972, and it's the artist, but it's like he's re-recorded it, like now 50 years later,
right?
And it's almost a different arrangement. That was always kind of a bummer.
It was
too.
They re-recorded it at somebody's body shop.
So you hear a little echo in the background and somebody building a gazebo, and stuff like that. Yeah.
I know I had a couple of those kinds of records that were just like that. And you're like, oh, these all blow.
Yeah. Well, the other thing they would do too is they would shorten the song. They would like cut like a whole chorus out or something like that.
Okay.
Like I think I told John this before, but when I was listening to the night the lights went out in Georgia, they kind of cut off that whole spot at the end where they tell that the sister was one that killed the So it's like
that's kind of integral to the plot of the song.
So later I'm listening to the song. It's like, so that's what goes on. Okay, anyway.
You still thought it was the brother all those years.
I thought it was the brother all those years, and I found out it was the sister. So
Maybe the shortened songs were put out by Reader's Digest.
Yeah. Now, did your parents ever have those records? Mine did. The Reader's Digest records where you have like 50 records in one thing. All the amazing hits of, I don't know.
Oh, we didn't do that.
You didn't do that?
No, they weren't real big record people.
No,
we had lots of 78s in the basement.
Oh, 78s?
They weighed about 11 pounds each.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I played some of those. That was like the Where Will the Baby's Dimple Be? Stuff like that. I mean, just the songs. That's an actual song. I can't remember who sang it, but I used to have my dad. He had a ton of those, like K. What the heck was the gal?
K-Star?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, Kay Kaiser?
Kay Kaiser.
Kay Kaiser, there you go. That's what I'm thinking of, yeah. All of those people. That's kind of how I recognized who those names were when I would dazzle people in our Saturday morning jukebox show.
They bought all those phonograph records before television was invented.
Right.
Then they had something to do, and that stopped.
Yeah.
Then it was Ed Sullivan all the way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that wasn't a 78 like you get. It was as big as an album.
Well, not
But it was
quite.
one
It's
song, wasn't
10
it?
inch. It's the big 10 inch.
Sometimes,
Yeah, wow.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Bragging again, are we?
Yeah.
History repeated itself in the disco era.
Yeah. Well, that is it's an actual old song from the, I think, 30s or 40s when they came out with the big 10 inch, and it didn't quite mean the same as when Aerosmith sang it. But
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Oh, shoot.
But yeah, the 78s were the big 10 inch. Yeah.
Got me strange as woman. Believe me, this chick's no cinch. But I really get her going. Then I give out my big 10-inch. Red band that plays the blues. Well, band that plays the blues. She just loved my big 10-inch. Record of her favorite blues. No, no, no. Tried to tease her, I gave her love a little pinch. She said, now stop that jobbing. Now whip out your big 10-inch. Record up, band that plays the blues. Well, a band that plays the blues. She just loves my big 10-inch. Record on my favorite blues. I cover her with kisses. And when we're in lovers clinch, she gets all excited. 10-inch, rear it up, band that plays the blues. Well, a band that plays the blues. She just loved my big 10-inch. Now get all the favorite blues.
91X, FAMA, Baja California,
Saturday
Mexico.
morning, time again for a little Talkin' Tunes. I'm the lovely Bambi Biggins, backed by popular demand. You like me. You really like me. Sorry.
Time now for Talkin' Tunes on 100.9 FM. Talkin' Tunes, a weekly roundtable discussion on music, radio, entertainment, television. Nothing too serious, just light and lively chatter with your host, Oscar Osbo.
We're here with Tracy Lorenz. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Oscar.
I can actually hear you pretty good. Either you got a better phone or I did, one of the two.
Well, I'm up on the roof.
Oh.
So knowing that you were going to call.
Oh, okay.
And I've got rabbit ears on my head.
Oh, good. Good.
I'm strapped down.
That's good. Did you buy it from Kmart?
Yeah.
Okay. Just make sure. Now, speaking of Kmart, I mean, I don't want to bring that up again because that was kind of a long conversation that we really didn't need to get into. But anyway, you said there was one thing I sent you on Facebook that you didn't get a picture, and it was a picture of a little shirt for a baby, and it said from Kmart, my first shirt. So I just thought it was perfect to send you. You know,
I'm wearing that shirt right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was able to find it on eBay.
Yeah, kind of like a midriff kind of shirt. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's all shirt, like the old Oklahoma football jerseys where they were cut off. I can pull it off.
Sure. Yeah, sure you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason I want to talk to you too, because you were talking on Facebook and it kind of got a lot of attention as far as, what is it, the Rendezvous restaurant in Grand Haven?
Rendezvous. The Voo. It's closing down.
No.
My heart is broken. Yeah, that's quite a place because during the day it's old people nursing coffee, and then the lunch crowd comes in. And then at night, because they sent me there to do a story about it because it was the last 24-hour restaurant in West Michigan. So the Chronicle sent me there once to do a story on what happens after the bars close.
Okay.
And, it was an adventure.
Yeah. Kind of like the Denny's in Muskegon. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like the Denny's in Muskegon.
Which got closed twice, but anyway.
Minus the gunplay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm not sure the people coming in there had the hand strength to hold a gun.
Right.
Shape
Right.
they were into the VU. But yeah, so I went in there and it was pretty dead, and all of a sudden 2:00 hit and it just starts flooding in. And all the people are coming from the bars to sober up somehow, magically, through burritos and sheep herders dinners. And I talked to the waiter and I asked him what's the most popular thing ordered, and without even looking up, he said burritos. And I said, why burrito? And he said, because they use them for pillows. And there was not a hint of irony in his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was, the busboy's name was Dave Magical. His real name was Dave spelled D-A-E-V and Magical with a K. Who's a psychic, which led to a whole another column on Dave Magical, the psychic. But yeah, he's a psychic that I actually hired to do a party at my house, and he showed up 2 days early. So that's how good of a psychic. I'm like, Dave, you're a psychic. You should know. And then he was also a psychic who moved to New Orleans a week before Katrina hit.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, it's kind of a.
Did he make it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, that's good.
He's still around, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
I'm
amazing.
not positive.
Amazing people. Yeah.
Well, what happened was, so I do this column on Dave Magical, and it turns out that there were many more psychics in Grand Haven. It's like a hotbed for palm readers and crystal ball readers, and so I went to these people's houses, and one lady's got a crystal ball wrapped in a diaper. And she brings it out, and she's crystal ball reading, and another one's got tarot cards. But I go to Dave Magical's house, and it looked like Dave Magical's house, and he's got this blue rat, and he's playing with it, and he said he's going to do a Ouija. Yeah, like he dyed him blue.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
a punk rat. All right.
So he says, I'm going to take out a Ouija board. Like, okay, all of a sudden these three guys appear from behind a curtain, and I'm like, and I'm like, what's going on? He said, well, we want to see him do the Ouija board because last time he did it, his arm caught on fire. Like, what? Okay. I guess that's why he's a busboy at the Rendezvous.
Yeah.
The Rendezvous is closing down to become a pod dispensary. Sort of a lateral move, but still heartbreaking.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of restaurants that couldn't make it through this whole COVID thing.
I can't imagine how any of them can make it.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, it's except for the McDonald's and those kind of the fast food places are just kicking butt right now because everybody's going through the drive-through. So.
Yeah, because downtown Muskegon, I don't know how they're, every bar down there is a bar, restaurant,
right,
home group type of place, and if you lose a year's worth of income, I don't see how that's recoverable.
Right.
Even at $8 a beer or whatever they charge.
Yeah, right.
Extraordinary amount. Yeah, so
the Bob I think went out, didn't it, in Grand Rapids? I mean, that's kind of an institution in Grand Rapids too. I think they went out too. Yeah.
The Bob.
Bob. It's gone, yeah.
You know what that stands for?
No, I don't actually.
Big old building.
Oh, really? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it was a big old building.
I did some work on that back when it was first opened up.
Now, see, when I worked at GVU, we used to do the jazz night over there at the basement in the Bob. So I know the building well, unfortunately. It was a lot of steps.
It was a cool place.
It was a cool place.
I did stand up there. Yeah, and at least once a year somebody would plunge to their demise.
Oh, yeah.
Those steps.
Yeah.
They had the Christmas tree hanging upside down. And
I always tried to take the elevator. It was slow, but, it was a little safer.
So am I.
Yeah. So how'd you do as far as stand up there at the Bob? I mean, it's kind of a rough crowd. Yeah. They laughed.
Rough crowd, but you can't. They didn't throw anything heavy.
That's always good. Yeah.
So that's positive. Because when you do stand up, you can't really see the crowd because you got the spotlight in your face.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a weird sensation because you just like say stuff and then this noise comes at you from people laughing. You know, oh no, they're still here, and then you go to the next one. But if at any point if somebody had, you know, whipped a salt shaker at me or something, you have no hope.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to dodge it.
You can't see a thing.
Yeah.
It's a weird doing stand up is a weird life. It's late at night. You have to have like 3 brains because you got to remember what you're saying brain, and you got to pretend like you're just made it up brain, like you haven't said it 50 times before. And then you've got the clock running in your head because you know the red light. Actually, at the Bob, they used a candle. Usually they shine a light that says, you know, you're done.
Oh, really?
At the Bob, they would light a candle and you could see the candle. So,
now, just out of curiosity, in a comic's mind, because, you know, you are somewhat of a comic.
Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah. What? Yeah. So as far as stand-up goes, I mean, what do you do? Do you practice in front of a mirror before you do a show, or do you practice?
I was more of a winger. I didn't.
You just kind of,
because you'd have a plan.
Yeah.
But then the plan would go away in 3 seconds. So, yeah, I didn't do a lot of practice because it
kind of like my show.
Yeah, a lot like this.
Yeah.
This I did practice in front of the mirror.
Oh, did you?
Since it's radio, I turned the mirror around, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Just practice in front of a door.
Yeah.
See, that's the kind of comedy you could have had if you
right.
about it.
That's right. That's right. I could have. Yeah.
It was.
What was it? When was it?
The late 90s, early 2000s. I know exactly.
Well, that's exactly when I used to work for WGBU. I can't believe I didn't see you then.
Yeah. I was skinny.
That must have been it. Yeah.
So one time I know where I was and what year it was. It's when Mark McGuire hit the home run to beat Hank Aaron.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
On stage, and this was at the Comedy Castle, which had a bar next to the comedy place.
Yeah.
Like attached to it, but a different room. So I'm up there, you know, prattling away, and all of a sudden I notice there's nothing coming back. It's like quiet, so I shield my eyes and I look, and the room is empty because McGuire was batting.
Oh,
and
okay.
And so everybody ran over to the bar to watch it on TV.
Yeah.
To see if McGuire hit the home run. So I hopped off stage. I went over there with him, and he hit the home run, and then we all went back, and that was it.
Did you make any jokes about it or no?
I don't think so. It was a solemn moment.
Yeah, yeah.
You could really make fun of it.
So basically, the home run was more exciting than you at that time.
Oh, a lot. Yeah, by a mile. Yeah. The thing with stand up, I remember one time I went in there and I was third. I was the headliner. So they had this kid who was first. He was from Grand Valley, and he had this notebook full of jokes.
Oh, geez.
Like a note, like a 3-ring binder.
Yeah.
And he's just studying away. So he goes up there and his first joke was, "What's the deal with cats? You leave the window open and they run away." And like nobody laughs because they think like that's not the whole joke.
Yeah.
So it's like silence. And he just gets shaky and panics and runs off the stage and never saw him again. He had a one-joke career.
You know, my dad did that for the very first radio station I worked at. I sent him a tape of, you know, what I was doing on the radio, and he sent me a bunch of jokes because obviously he thought I wasn't very funny. So he sent me all these one-liner jokes, and I'm trying to read them, and I couldn't read his writing, so they were even worse. Trying
to shoehorn them into a situation.
It's just amazing how I didn't become, you know, a superstar, you know, with those jokes. But anyway.
Especially on that Christian station.
Right.
You'd think you would have been discovered.
You would have thought, yeah.
Get us Osbo. I don't care what it costs.
Right.
We need him at NBC.
He's got some great one-liners. Yeah.
He's got some great one-liners that don't really make any sense. But they are one line.
Yeah.
So.
You know, I found those, though. When my dad passed away, we cleaned out the house and everything, and I found those one-liners. He had them all written out on little cards. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he carried them in his pocket. He must have carried them.
Use them.
Yeah. He must have carried them in his pocket or something. And he's like,
because he's having a conversation. He's like, wait. And he
I got a joke.
Pocket. Flips through the note cards.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
So's your mother. Oh, that's a good one. Wow.
Yeah. So it was,
nothing like a spontaneous wit.
That's right. Well, I can say I never understood how he used those, but he must have carried them or something. I don't know. Anyway, it was fun. It's kind of weird how you find certain things out about your parents after they pass, But anyway.
Yes.
And
I don't know because mine are still alive. But
well, that's good. I'm
I might find note cards at a later date.
Yeah, or pictures you don't want to see. That kind of thing. Yeah. Thank God for Polaroid. Yeah.
Artist renderings.
Yeah.
Like trials.
So the view or the rendezvous or whatever you called it.
Yeah. The rendezvous. The voo.
Why did you want to go? Did you go there? Because you said you used to ride your bike there or your moped there all the time or something?
Yeah. Oh, it's got fabulous food, or they had fabulous food.
Okay, so it wasn't just the old people.
To die for.
Really?
No, it was they hit for the cycle. They had everybody coming in there.
Yeah.
So I went there for lunch a lot, and because I don't know if you've ever been there, but it was just I wouldn't say it's a dive, but it wasn't anything particularly special. It's the kind of place that had the paintings on the wall that some customer did that you could buy for an exorbitant amount of money.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they weren't that good.
The paint by numbers, or
they had like the Dollar Tree frame around it, and like, $650. That's a good price for that. That cat watercolor.
Yeah.
They were close to being good, but it's nothing that you'd want to hang in my wall anyway.
Now, see, the place that we used to hang out all the time when we went to Grand Haven, because we had some friends that live over there, and we used to meet over at the Cloverville Bar.
Huh.
You know about that place, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's the Clover Bar.
Clover Bar. Okay, I'm sorry. Clover Bar.
Cloverville Bar is much further away than Cloverville.
Well, that's why I was driving. The wife was just telling me where to go. So, the Clover Bar anyway.
Clover Bar. Good pizza.
Good pizza, good subs. Yeah.
Good pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, we used to go there all the time. But that
is... you drove right past the rendezvous to get to it.
That's what I thought. I thought the rendezvous was right. It's almost like right across the street almost, isn't it? Or close to.
It's right over the bridge.
Oh.
Like, have you ever noticed the...
then I haven't been there.
the Coast Guard boat that's next to the highway?
Yeah.
That people drive by every day and no one notices it. Yeah, it's right across the street from that boat.
Okay.
The boat's like in their front yard. So it was actually kind of hard to get to. But once you were there, you were in.
You were there. Yeah, another great one over there was Fricano's, of course, the original one there.
Yeah, still there.
Yeah.
Still in the old house. Still go there once a week, it seems.
Okay, they've been in the news a few times as far as trying to keep the restaurants open.
I think they're doing okay. It's always because they had indoor.
I mean, it's pizza. Come on,
it's pizza.
Yeah, and that's what they do.
Cut them in squares though, but now they cut them in triangles.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I like Fricano's there because there's no options. I mean, they have pizza. That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. And they have like 4 toppings. They have one size. So
yeah,
when you call up, you don't have to make any decisions.
I'll have 6 of those, please, for myself, and then 4 more for my wife. Thank you.
Yeah. extra grease. Please.
Extra grease. Yeah.
Yeah. So really, in Grand Haven, there were 3 like places that you went, and that was
Well, years ago, I used to go.
Prano Pups, Fricano's, and the Rendezvous.
Years ago, I used to work over there in Grand Haven, and I worked there a couple of jobs in Grand Haven.
Seems like you're stalking me. Like everywhere I go, you're.
No, this is years ago. Before I even knew who you that you even existed. But anyway,
or the household name.
Yeah, before that. Actually, I think one of the places is still there, Ready Rental. I think it's still over there in Grand Haven, but I worked there for a couple of years or a year. Or
amazingly,
like
they don't rent pizzas.
I know, no food.
Because they're like right by Fricano's.
Yeah,
they would.
It was in between radio gigs. I worked there for about a year. So anyway,
Ready Rental.
Yeah, Ready Rental. So anyway, I used to go to Ray's all the time because I loved their greasy burgers and greasy fries. Oh man, that was good stuff.
The fries are the best. The burgers are always kind of cold. I don't think I ever had a hamburger there that was hot.
Really?
I can't remember. Ray's, they're all sweating in there and
it dripping on the burger.
Yeah, and you gotta like move down in the line like the soup Nazi.
Right.
In case you order, take a big stride to your right.
Well, it was a few years after that is when I started having heart trouble, so I'm not quite sure if that had anything to do with it or not.
I'm sure there's a correlation.
Extra cheese, please. with a little grease on the side.
Can I get in a syringe? just mainline it.
Yeah, right. But yeah, there's a lot of great places there. I mean, the wife and I told you that story before about going there to Culver's over there in Grand Haven, and the one guy sitting. I told you that story, didn't I? One guy sitting in a lounge in a garden chair, one of those little garden chairs,
right?
And he's there sitting there in his socks, and he was like maybe 50, 60 years old, and he comes up to the cars, and I thought he was like a homeless guy coming to get money. And he was like the owner, I guess, to let us know what line to go in for credit card or cash. So,
wow,
it was kind of odd. He was just sitting there in his little chair.
In the chair with the socks.
Yeah.
You think he would just have a sign with the arrow on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Credit over here and cash over here. I don't know. Maybe they were.
So
maybe he's a homeless guy. They wanted to give him some extra money. Say, hey, just tell him to go here or there. Yeah.
And the Butterburger, just for more health.
Yeah.
Here, you having a cheeseburger? Let's throw some butter on there for you.
Right. Well, my wife's excited because Whitehall has just got a brand new Culver's. So, it's been
Whitehall's stepping up.
Yeah, I know.
I think gravity to like 1978. Now we've got a Culver's.
That's right. So with the first a Walmart, now a Culver's. So there you go. All the small businesses are be going away here shortly. So.
Yeah, if they haven't already.
Right.
Yeah, because the Walmart, there's only two places really that ever get protests: Walmarts and casinos.
Yeah.
That cities don't want, and yet they employ
thousands.